Okay, I think we're recording. That's cool. So hi, welcome to a very rare Unimaginatively titled comic vlog live. Uh, I'm here in my bonkers spare bedroom. Uh, my little girl's asleep next door, but I've been wanting to do a live stream for a long time about a very specific topic, and tonight all the ducks have lined up in a row. So let's get going. I've got a webcam here. I've got an overhead cam here. Um, you might be able to hear some music in the background. Hopefully that's not too loud, it's not too overpowering. So let's get started. What's this episode about? Well, I'm inspired by um, an art YouTuber called Introducing Emmy, who used to do something called Redline Specials. And we're going to do a sort of a Redline special, but it's something I'm going to call a Redline Special slash Grinds My Gears, and we're going to be looking at a comic. We're looking at this comic. This is Skeptics issue 1. It's from Black Mask. It's by Tini Howard and Devak Nyogi. Hard names. It's set in the 1960s to do with Project MK Ultra. It's got a kind of sort of fairly sort of loosey goosey sort of style. And it's quite, it's quite interesting. I mean, some weird frames. I don't think that works particularly well, but it is what it is. But there's a particular page in this comic that really winds me up. Let's see if I can find it. Just talk amongst yourselves for a second while I find it. If I was organised, I'd have bookmarked this, but I am not organised. There we go. Oh, would you not? There we go. This page. It's this page. It really winds me up. I wonder if I can get that any better. More importantly, this part really winds me up. So I've prepped some stuff. Let's perform a bit of surgery. And I've got no idea where this is going. This is sort of seat the pants stuff. I was just looking at this stuff and it just really got my nerves. I've got a sheet of plastic here. I'm just going to stick over the page. Hopefully. I should have prepped all this started. Oh well. Next one of these will be a little better. There we go. Our patient is prepped for surgery. Let's have a look at this page. Right. So what we've got here is a guy. He's doing the. Let me just do this. Let me just set this to airplane mode. Okay. So what we've got here is a guy who's doing the full card Monty trick. This is happening at a place called Randall University. It's happening 2 months ago, and that's the only clue that this is a flashback. The layout does help it a little bit in that we have these bordered panels here, and then we show contrast by having a borderless panel. Okay, but then we do this thing which really winds me up. This arrows. No. Let's not have arrows on pages. It says because what's happening? It makes no sense. Look at first up this arrow here. Can I see that? You can just about see that. Okay. We've got some greaseproof paper. I'll stick that underneath as well. That will reduce the opacity. Make that a little bit more obvious. Okay, so here's our first arrow. What's it pointing to? It's pointing to the middle card. Okay, so where do we go now? I don't know. I'm guessing we're going to this one, this panel here. In this panel, we're now looking at this card, not that card, this card. And then we look at it again, and he's lifting it up. He's looking at himself. He's not showing people. It's not how full card. That's not how free card Monty works, is it? You do the and then you flip it over and you show. Oh look! Too bad you didn't get the you didn't find the lady. You found a spade or ace or whatever, you know. So let's look at this. Let's look at these panels. And I'm wondering if there's a way we can sort of I wonder if there's a way we can improve this layout, or at least make it more legible. So let's start off with the establishing shot. I don't like the perspective of this. It's all wrong. His arms go here, but this arm goes out at a crazy angle. But it's all wrong. It's all wrong. Look where the leg is going to be. The leg is going to be somewhere here, right? Right. Where's his other leg? I have no idea. Your guess is as good as mine. This is. This looks like it's actually. It looks like you've actually got a box with holes cut into it for his legs to fit into. No, let's not do that. That's not great. I think if we're going to do this, let's think about how a full Monty guy, full Monty guy, a 3-card Monty guy would actually have his thing set up. He wouldn't have it on his lap. He's going to be able to make a quick getaway. So I think you need a table there. You don't need this. So I think what you do want is something a bit higher up. Now my perspective is as bad as his. I probably want the chest here, I reckon, but we want the head down. He's moving. He's telling people, right? So we'll have the hair doing that, eyes doing that. And on there, hand there. We'll do something like that. Put a leg there, something like a leg there, leg there, leg there. This is where it all starts to fall over, because this perspective I think is wrong. But maybe we can cheat it by having this leg not inside the table, outside. That will save us a bit of hassle. So let's do that. There's his jacket. There's his trousers. Goes there. Let's have a foot go somewhere there, maybe. I mean, this is quite blocky. I bought these pens not trying them, so I don't know how good or bad they are, but right. He's sat on what looks like a crate, but it's massive. This crate is huge. It's also quite nondescript, which is mad because I do all the same things, you know, piece of generic stuff, and you know that's our set. But there's an opportunity here. We could probably have, I don't know. Now, I don't have any reference in front of me, but what about if this was? What about if this was like that? Let's tidy up this perspective. The placement of these people seems kind of wrong. I kind of want them to be sort of more here, you know. That's good. What's she doing? You know, what is she actually bringing to this competition? I don't think a great deal. But then now we get this thing where we've got this stuff happening. So I'm kind of inclined to sort of possibly bring the whole ensemble up. So let's just make a fake. No, let's make a fake border here. Here's where our page is. I really don't like this. I don't know what that brings us. It's a great little, it's an interesting image, but where's the story? Where's that going? Because that's the text there that says, "Oh blast, you got me, you sly devil. Make it double or nothing." So that's the last bit of dialogue. So I would have that. Get rid of her. Actually, let's change colours. Speech bubble. So let's read this page. He's going, alright chaps, name of the game is 3-card Monty, 2 kings, 1 ace. Now, where I'm from, we'll tell you that having 2 kings never ends well. So I'll invite you instead to find the ace. $1, find the ace, that's all. Right, that's 3 speech bubbles and they run on from each other. Me, personally, there's my first speech bubble. alright chaps, name of the game is blah 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 blah. We don't need these close-ups. Everyone knows, everyone's seen a film, right, with a three-card multi-hustle in there. Everyone's seen that happen, right? So I would have a run-on balloon with a second dialogue in there. So 1, 2, maybe 3 in there. They're roughly the same size, but what we're hopefully doing is we're going to bring the eye round. If we're so in love with having this image, then at least it brings us around to that. In fact, I'd probably change that. Yeah. So there's my 3. Okay, this is a bit messy. But there's 2, there's 3. Let's keep, if we want to keep this in, let's keep that in there, but you know, something other than just looking up. Not this kind of like something else, you know. And let's have the hands do something, yeah. Let's not have this. Let's have that speech bubble there. Keep the same speech bubble, but there. Let's have this hand holding the card. What is it? We're finding here. Find you an ace. Okay, so I'm just going to put an ace in there, and this music's weird. It's all about snowmen. Kind of weird. I'll bring that down. Okay, so this is all a bit rough and ready, but I think that's the interesting part about this. So instead of having these cutaway panels which don't really add anything, we've got these 3. We're using the balloons to guide the eye around. We're bringing it round to this our blast balloon, and then the tail should then bring us back to the head. So essentially, when we navigate this panel, what we'll end up is different colour because I can, right? We should end up with that. That's not a bad way of solving the problem, but maybe we can think of something else. Basically, I've got a amount of time tonight to look at different ways of laying out this particular set of panels. Maybe we need to show it close up, but let's go back to this. Let's have a look at what we got. So yeah, so here is just setting up the game. This is all setting up the game, and I think with editing you could have got this down to 2. Because that bit, it's a nice bit of flim flam, it's a nice bit of like twirling the edge, you know, but it doesn't really add anything to the story. And also, this formation of speech bubbles is difficult. We know we're going to read this one first, and without the ellipses you're going to be hard pushed to know which one to go to next, because I'm kind of wanting to go, okay, where is the next Where's the next speech bubble? It's gonna. I want it to be here somewhere, maybe. But it's this one. So I'm sort of going down and across, and then down and then across. So I think they need to. If the editor is really really keen on having these sort of inset panels, can we make them work for us? Now, the whole point of this particular video we're watching is I'm sort of examining ideas, ways we can change layouts, ways we can change compositions to make it different. I'm going to say better, but different. But let's have a look. Try a different one. Let's try something different now. Alright. So it's kind of annoying because we're kind of hemmed into half a page. Part of me kind of says this should be a full page because then you can have your cutaways. But okay, let's change the layout. Let's change the. Let's change this whole page, this whole panel. Sorry, I don't think we need to. I'm not 100% married to this idea of having this inset panels, but now. The reason I'm drawing on this stuff is I don't like drawing on other artists' work without it being in some way recoverable. And you know, I just think it's interesting to look at the panels and say, what do you think works well, what do you think doesn't work well? Right, so I wonder if I can have something. I wonder if I could do something where he's hunched over. So I'm not seeing very well. Hunched over, looking up. No, the game's 3-card Monty. That would make a little bit more sense. It's tricky because this page is doing this panel's doing an awful lot of work. It's setting up the fact that he's a card shark, hustler type of person. It's also setting up the fact that this is a university campus and it happened 2 months ago. So, and also it's a Randall University, wherever that is, someplace. So we're kind of muddled out in having that. This doesn't look like a. I wonder if we could do it slightly differently. I wonder if we can do this. Let's set up a long panel here. This could be our establishing shot. So, I don't know. Maybe we could have a quad. So, a grassy area. I don't know what I'm basing all my university experiences from the university I went to and what I saw on Inspector Morse. So this is probably totally wrong for university, but maybe we'll put a tree there. Happy little tree. Happy little tree. Person playing guitar, maybe. Scale's all wrong for this, but I'm sort of spitballing this stuff on the fly. And we probably want something here. And we keep our speech over there. Bring it over. See, even this isn't ideal. It's a quad, but it could be anything. So I don't know. Maybe an exterior. Maybe you want an exterior shot. Maybe you want. Maybe you want. I don't know. a top-down shot with some spiders and stuff, you know. I don't know. I'm just really just feeling some various things, and you put this in there. Right. So this is our guy now. We're going to do a close-up of our guy doing his form, his 3-card Monty trick. So this is hair. Actually, no, that's not good. It's poorly framed. So we want that speed bubble there. That speed bubble there, maybe. Maybe he's trying to card. We want to hint at the case he's using. Hands there. So this is a card. This one of those cards. So they're always bent along the spine, so that you can do it quickly. So here's this one. Do a card there. Why not? So what I'm trying to do with this is the head is looking at the next panel. I'm using the head to do it, but I'm also going to put some. I'm going to put my inset panels here, because look at this wasted space here. If we keep this bit as well, but if we want to keep this floating cutaway, so kind of want different colour. Let's see. I want to show the hand sort of lifting it up, so you see the card doing. That with a finger there, thumb there. Now he found the ace, so it's ace, whatever. So actually, this hand needs to be down. This needs to be. There's a card. There's a card. There's probably a card there. Hand somewhere there. This is not very good. I'm going to apologise, but I'm sort of spitballing different ways of approaching it, and you are sort of limited in the amount of space you've got. I want to put the shoulder there, so I can't put the speech over there, but what I can do is I want to pull the eye across. So I'm a big fan of having that sort of tail on the balloon, so you can draw the eye from one to the other, and then we can go straight to our inset panel. And for funsies, I would say put a drop shadow on it, a really strong drop shadow, make it look a bit like a card. Round the corners off, all that sort of stuff. I wouldn't put any shading on it to make it look like a card, but I would just, that should be enough, right? And now I think this means that this last piece of dialogue can go here, possibly. And I think I think he needs more. I think he needs more acting than saying, oh, "Blast." What did he say? What's he exactly say? You got me, you sly devil, double or nothing. Instead of going like this, oh blast, you got me, you sly devil, double or nothing. It's like, oh mate, you got me, double or nothing, right? It's jovial. He's trying to get you to agree without you thinking about it for a second, right? This is, yeah. So maybe maybe something like this. You know, this is not very good. Well, no, it's okay for what it is. I don't want to put the speech bubble there, but look how much space we've got to put a speech bubble. So I'm thinking similar thing. Thinking of a similar, doing a similar thing. So maybe, but maybe split this up. Oh blast! You got me a slide devil. That's one speech bubble. Oh blast! You got me a slide devil. What's it going to double on the thing? So this is a slightly different take on this layout. I'm going to put my paper underneath. So now we're sort of we're getting a bit of establishing shot. We're setting it up, and this game now takes place over 3 panels. This inset panel actually does something. It shows you what you picked, right? In this initial version, we never see the card. Now maybe that's intentional. Maybe that's how the old 3-card Monty trick works. You sort of play the game and you go, oh, you win, and then you just go, okay, done. But I mean, no one's going to want to do that, right? So I think we need to look at that. We need examination. So yeah, it's an interesting conundrum. I think the big problem is that this is a flashback that doesn't really go anywhere. But if you actually look at it in context, as I understand it, that's your flashback, and that's a flashback. That's a page, right? That's roughly a page. So somewhere you could fill half a page. You could like get rid of half a page of stuff, half a page of story, and put this all on one page. That would mean that the closure from going bottom of this page to the top of that page would sell more like a transition. I think I could be wrong. Listen, if you don't agree, if you think I'm talking rubbish, feel free to just drop a comment on the comments below. It's no problem at all. I don't even know if anyone's actually watching this stream. I suspect they're not, which is fine. It's no problem at all. This is really just a proof of concept to see can we look at this sort of page layout, because I really hate this arrow stuff. Let's not do arrows, please, because it says to me if you're drawing arrows, you're having to tell the viewer, the reader, where to look next. Not here, now here. But actually, they don't actually work as arrows, because all they're saying is look at this card. Now look at this card. Now look at this card. There's nothing there to make it work, because realistically, surely this should be saying, okay, now look at this panel. Now look at this panel. Not look at this card, because we can see that card. Yeah. So, well, this has been, as I look at my clock, it tells me that I've been recording for 29 minutes, which is probably one of the longest live streams I've done. Hopefully, if you're watching this like a day later, you might think it's entertaining. If you do, that's great. If you guys can think of a better way of looking at the layout for this page, this particular panel, I'd be interested. So that was just a panel from Skeptics issue 1. Now when did this come out? This came out When was this first published? This was published. This is from 2016. This is from 2016. I believe it's a 4-issue series. I think I've got just this one. I tend to buy comics sort of ad hoc. This was in a grab bag, and when I bought it, I read through, and it was kind of interesting. It's a good start. It's weird because look at the cover. Let's look at the cover for a second. He's in there. She's in there. Who's she? I don't know. I don't see that face anywhere in any of the book. But it's a nice looking thing, and there's an advert on the back here for what's this? Tomorrow's Ashes. No idea. But yeah, some interesting work. Yeah, that's the page we just looked at. Yeah, lots of talking, and it's very period. It's set in the sort of 1960s. I suspect. It's from the I suspect this is set late 60s, early 70s. And it does look like a piece of artwork. You know, the costumes look accurate. The outfits look accurate. Everyone smokes, which kind of sort of fits the period, I suppose. So yeah, is it a good book? It's been a while since I read it, and I can't tell you how it went because I can't remember. What I can tell you is there's a panel in there which makes not a lick of sense, and that's the panel we looked at tonight. I'm going to do some more of these, hopefully. And if you liked it, let me know. If you don't like it, let me know, and I won't do them. But anyway, I guess I'll see you all next Unimaginatively titled comic vlog, which will be a Cheltenham special. Yes, Cheltenham. Let's talk about Cheltenham. Okay, so I'm off to Cheltenham Spa on the 1st of February. So 1st of February, if you're in Gloucester and you're going to Cheltenham Spa, then you're going to probably going to the True Believers Comic Festival. And if you are, I'll see you there. If you can find me, right? Let's get off the shelf. If you can find me, there'll be mini comics. This is one of a series of mini comics. This one is here's one. This is Circumference and John his Squire. There's quite a few. I've got 3 or 4 stories of the adventures of Circumference. So I've got a bunch of those. If you bug me, you can have a comic. Yeah, little mini comic there. So that's fun. So I'll be bringing those, and hopefully I'll see you all there. For those of you who are going, of course. I mean, if you're not going, or if you're like, I don't know, in Milwaukee or Iceland or something, and you can't get to Cheltenham, it's quite a trek. I won't blame you. Then I won't see you there, but hopefully you'll tune in for the next vlog video, which will be next week, and will be just general sort of stuff. I'll probably be talking about this, which, if you've followed my Inktober, this is my very rough ash can of my Inktober project. You can see there's extra pages in there because you needed extra pages to get a decent page count up on there. So there are new pages going in this. I'm looking to get it published this year. I'm looking to get it published probably March, and hopefully this will be good. I am after suggestions for names for this comic. At the moment it's got the title Spacetober. Kind of sucks really. So if anyone's got a better title, let me know, and I'll put a credit somewhere, probably on the inside cover. Hopefully you found this fun, found this informative, and I'll speak to you all next time. Okay? Alright, I'll see you later. I'm not sure what cameras look at. Okay, alright, see you later. Right, bye now.